we're given a polynomial and we're asked which is a factor. So if we're given the factors, I can find the roots by setting each of these equal to 0. So if I set this equal to 0 and solve for x, I would get negative 3/5. So the first root would be negative 3/5 if the factor is 5x plus 3. The second one, again, set that equal to 0 and solve, and you would get your root is positive 3/5. The third one, if you set that equal to 0 and solve, you would get 9/2. And the last one, you would get 27. So to check if, for instance, part A, which is negative 3/5, is a root, I'm going to be using synthetic division. So my coefficients are 10, 29, negative 66, and 27. So let's drop down our 10. So I need to take 10 and multiply it by negative 3/5. So essentially all I'm doing is taking 10 and multiplying it by negative 3 and then dividing that answer by the 5. So 10 times negative 3 is negative 30, and negative 30 divided by 5 is negative 6. Now I add these together. 29 plus a negative 6 is 23. Back to multiplying. So I'm taking 23 and multiplying it by negative 3, and then I'm dividing that answer by 5. So 23 times negative 3 divided by 5, I get a decimal, negative 13.8. Now I add these together. Negative 66 plus a negative 13.8 would be negative 79.8. Now I multiply these together. So negative 79.8 times negative 3, and then divide that answer by 5, and I get 47.88. And I know when I add these, I will definitely not get a 0. So answer choice A is not a root, or 5x plus 3 is not the factor. So let's erase this, and let's check positive 3/5. Drop down this 10, and now we're going to multiply 10 times 3/5. So again, 10 times 3 is 30, and then divide that by 5 and you get 6. So add these together and you get 35. So now I'm multiplying these two together. So I'm taking 35, multiplying it by 3, and then dividing by 5. So if you take 35 times 3 and then divide that by 5, you get 21. Now I'm adding these together. So negative 66 plus 21 is negative 45. Lastly, I'm multiplying these together. So negative 45 times 3, and then divide that answer by 5, and I get negative 27. So if I look at my last row there, or column, sorry, I do get 0 as a remainder. So that means this is a factor, and 3/5 is therefore a root.